So this is the Wansview B7. It's a 2x 3 megapixel dual lens security outdoor camera. A lot of different things I'm going to show with you. It works with the App Store, works with Google Play. So a couple things. It has 3 megapixel full HD, PIR motion detection, colored night vision, TF-car cloud storage, two-way audio, multi-user sharing, solar battery power. It has a pan tilt, which we'll show you. It also has a zoom, smart siren, and IP65 waterproof. That comes in white. A couple other things. It can be mounted on a wall or a ceiling. Again, I told you it works with the app works with Apple or Android, but then as far as the compatible devices, it's going to work with Google Home or Alexa. It is waterproof, solar powered, rechargeable battery, AI motion tracking, dual lens, 3 megapixel. The light source is infrared LED. Where you could use this as far as your rooms, an office, garage, storeroom, kitchen, living room, or outdoors with anything like that. So I'm going to do kind of a quick install. We don't know where we're going to put it as far as the final, and then I'll walk you through the app, walk you through the camera, show you some footage, and we'll go from there. Okay, so right out of the box, we're going to have a quick start guide. We're going to have a drill template. We're going to have some other certifications, stuff like that. Quick start guide. What's in the box? You can see everything in here. Camera, solar powered, nice. We get a Type-C cord, template sticker, mounting bracket, pack of 2 screws. We'll jump into the actual camera itself, how you can set everything up. All of your indicator light statuses, so I don't need to go through those. And let's see if we get a QR code. Oh, there's the name of the app right there, Wansview Cloud. And let's see what else. Super easy. Drill in the mounting bracket, add the camera to the back. We're going to get 360 degrees of a pan, tilt, and zoom. So I told you it was in the box. Let me just show you really quick. Here's your solar panel with a USB in right there. Here's your mounting bracket right there. You got 2 sets of screws with mounts. This is going to be your screw that puts basically the camera there. And then here's your potential charging cable, which is a USB-C to Classic. And then here's your camera right here. It's going to come with lens on. We'll take this off before we show where you can see it's kind of already. So there's our pan, here's our tilt, and then we can zoom, I'm assuming, when we're in the app. Again, there's a QR code there that you can get. So I'm going to charge this, make sure we're good to go. Here's your USB charging in the back. Here's your audio right here. This is where, right here on the top is going to be our reset and our TFI chip that we can throw in there for storage. Down on the other one, again, this is probably the one that's, because the solar panel will be over the top of the other one. There's our power switch right here, and our USB-C right there. So we're going to turn this bad boy on, and then, wow, there we go. Get a little bit of power, and then our USB-C can actually slide right in here. So we want to keep a secure waterproof spot. So you can see right there that we've got the blue blinking light. We're going to need to connect it most likely to our Wi-Fi. So I'll get that all set up, and then we'll walk you through the app and go through the install and go from there. Okay, you can see right here, I'm on the screen, you can see all of our settings. We have alert, replay, console, position, light, siren, talk mode, camera on. If I unmute, you can hear it's two-way talk. You're going to get an echo, so I'm going to turn that off. I can 4x really quick. You can see right there that the megapixel is going to zoom. I'm going to go back into 1. We also have this full mode where we can go full screen right here and view everything here. I'm going to go back to regular mode and just walk through a couple of the buttons. We can record this right here, and it'll save to our device. We can take a picture of this. It'll save it to our device. Alert, we can turn on different alerts, shows like this. I turned off those, so I would keep not getting alerts. We can do a replay. Console is nice. This is where you have control of the camera to pan and zoom. Right here. There we go, and then we can go left or right. 360 degrees. I won't go all the way around. And then let's see here. We've got our light, and I'll show you this probably when it's nighttime. Bright LED light. Settings, we can go full color at nighttime automatically, 15 seconds, all off mode, intelligent mode. A lot of different settings you can put in place here. Again, we have the siren. This is what it sounds like. You can do this when it's triggered by motion, so when somebody moves in front of the camera, that goes off as well. Talk mode is where we can talk back and forth. We can either hold to talk or tap to talk, so you can go through all the settings. A couple other things I wanted to show you is you can share your device, right? All of your information here. It'll show you your speed, how much battery life is right there at the top. Advanced settings. This is where I change the rotation to a classic mount to an upside down mount, intelligent tracking, anti-flicker, mic volume, speaker volume, all that stuff. You can do all of that here. Motion detection, motion alert, cloud storage, light and night vision. So if we go into light and night vision, this is something that we saw a little bit earlier. Network, where we're connected to. If we click on device management, we're going to be able to restart the device, factory reset, calibrate the console. So pretty straightforward on all of the instructions. There's a whole manual that comes with this. There's also an online guide as well. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to take you outside, film the install, which is, from everything that I can see here, 3 screws. We mount the camera. And again, I'm going to put this in a just temporary spot and just show you how quick and easy it is to install. And then I'll kind of give you my final thoughts on everything, and we'll go from there. Okay, so pretty quick, a couple things that you want to be aware of is we've got actually a double mount bracket, which is pretty nice. So you can actually mount the solar panel, solar power, someplace else other than on the bracket. You can also mount it on the camera as well. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Again, this is temporary. So you've got this right here that just slides right in here, kind of locks into place like that. So if you're going to mount it like this, then your antennas would go up, and then it would basically be upside down like this, and we'll show you that. And then you can just screw your solar little power on the top right there. So that's what we're going to do. Let me just take this out. And set our camera down over here. Screws look like they're about 1 inch long. And I'm going to use some holes that I have already used previously. Okay. I don't want to strip the screws either. Okay, so we're on. And then take this guy, just snap them right in like that. And then with your panel, again, you've got a mounting bracket, so you could do this someplace else, right? You could do it near it if you wanted to tilt this. Again, it depends on where you want to go, the very end. The nice thing is this folds down, right? So I could even just put this right on the top, which I'm going to right here. Okay, so there's a better look. And the mount is Not going to do that super hard. And I like this because you've got the extra plug right here. So this can tilt any way that you want, right? You can spin it around. We could go this way if I wanted to make it a little bit tighter this way, and then this would just flay out like this. So I think I'm gonna go with this way and then pull it down so we're getting the most sun. So let's lock that in place. Pull this down. We've already got enough power. So if I was gonna put this in a flat space, I would have it like this. Again, if I'm putting it on a fence or something like that, we want to turn this around a different way and have it like that at an angle. And this probably actually, for the video, the demo is going to be a little bit better. Like that. Okay, so here it is mounted. It took me probably about 2 minutes to install this. You can see this, we just have it on a particle board. You can see that we've got this. This is adjustable. I would want to put it somewhere where I don't have to adjust this, maybe on the south side of your house, depending on where you live, stuff like that. But we'll get you some night vision footage from the camera right here, but the camera's just hanging here. Again, I don't have the solar panel plugged in right now because we're at 90% right out of the box, but that's something that you would want to make sure that you plug in, and it was just right back here on the bottom when we showed you before the install. So let's get you some night vision and some app usage and show you what that looks like. Okay, you can see here we've got night vision on. You can see I've got 6 lights behind me, and then we've got the controls here. So we're in full screen. The sensor just turned on. Go into this screen, turn on the light so you can see this bright LED light. Just lights everything up here. The light will stay on. So as I go to the console and I kind of go back and forth and up and down, the light is, there we go. A little bit of delay, and there we go. I'm going to come back to me so you can see the light kind of shines like that. So we'll go back here. We can go down all the way up. There you go. So you can see the night vision. I'm going to turn the lights off really quick. And then you can see that I'm actually on my phone, kind of walking you through this. I'm going to go 4x, zoom in on me just a little bit as I stand over here, just a little bit. And then go back to 1x. When I click on 2K, I can go to SD, which is not as clear. Again, we want 2K here, a little bit more clear. You can see that I'm changing all the settings. You can also hear that we're in a flight path near the airport. But so this has the pan, tilt, and zoom. We've shown you all of that. Let me just jump in and give you my final thoughts on everything, the install, all of the stuff that comes with it. So let's jump into that. So final thoughts on the Wansview B7. Again, super easy install. It took me less than 2 minutes. It took me longer to unbox it and show you what was in the box than it did to install. Some of the things, just to remind you that it does come with, is a 3 megapixel full HD. It's got the PIR motion detection, color night vision, which we just showed you, 2-way audio, a TF card cloud storage if you want to do that. You've got multi-user sharing mode, so you can share it with other people. They can log into the app, they can do that. You've got the solar battery power, which you showed you. We've got pan, tilt, and zoom. We've got the smart siren. We've got 2-way communication, IP65 waterproof. And to be honest, it's a great product for a minimal price. You're not paying a ton for this, right? Depending on where you're going to have it in your home or outside of your home or on your property, is you want to make sure that it's in a spot that's going to get basically sun most of the day. I've showed you examples in where I had mine, where the sun was on it, and you can actually move that panel wherever you want. So again, the decision is up to you. I appreciate you watching. Thanks so much.